Hello, and welcome to another MCO market update on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is showing some interesting price action here today. Definitely interesting. Definitely, there's still the potential that a more substantial low formed on the 7th of April. Here on Monday the 7th, I explained that in more detail in the previous video. So that's all going in line with the idea that we could be forming a larger bounce. Feel free to check out the previous video where I also covered the daily chart. But yeah, the idea is we could be moving up towards the 94K plus region. And there are two bullish scenarios I'm tracking. One is the white scenario in which we completed waves 1 and 2, possibly also the third wave. We're now in the fourth wave. That's at least the idea, because the third wave was long enough. And the fifth wave could then also form an ABC structure. And then we have 5 waves up. That would be an A wave, for example, or a wave 1. And then the subsequent pullback could be a B wave or a wave 2. And there will be a support zone, and we can use that to maybe look for some long trades or at least get positioned. And there will be support levels that will also serve as key risk management levels, but we're not there yet. We need 5 waves up for that scenario to be confirmed. Then the subsequent pullback should hold a higher low in a wave 2 or a wave B. However, there is also the red scenario, which is more directly bullish, but overall is only forming a 3-wave move up. Now, that could be a B wave, which would be not bullish, but also it could be an A wave, but only in 3 waves. Yeah, that is related to the larger time frame. And in this scenario, we're currently tracking a wave A and wave B as completed. Now we are in a wave C to the upside, which should be a 5-wave move. Wave 1 potentially completed. Wave 2 might be unfolding right now. Then there could be a third wave, a fourth wave, and a fifth wave. At least based on the micro analysis, these are the 2 scenarios that I'm watching for from a bullish point of view. Ideally, this wave 2 would stretch a little lower. Yeah, I mean, it's already nearly reached the support zone, but it was just very weak. But possible that wave 2s are weak. I'm just saying, this is the support region. As long as we're holding 80K, the focus is on higher prices. How deep the market retraces is always only the market will decide that, of course. When the sentiment overall is getting bullish, pullbacks are usually shallow. When the sentiment is a little bit more bearish, they are more deep. We're dealing with micro patterns here. So should we get a break above the 86K level, we might already be in the third wave. Yeah. So please be aware of that. This so far, however, the signal, the trend line indicated some kind of a pullback would be unfolding. And also earlier today, I shared an update with our members to say, okay, possible that we have an A wave complete or nearly complete. Watch for a B wave bounce into resistance. Standard resistance for wave B is between 84,389 and 85,426. And if the market gets rejected here, then potentially a C wave to the downside it could start and drive the price down lower into that support region to complete the wave 2 or the wave 4 in the white scenario. But the bottom line is, if we go up higher more directly and break above resistance and the Sunday high, well, it could indicate we are moving up in a third wave more directly, okay? Please be aware of that. That's always where people get disappointed, when the pullbacks are shallow, okay? But remember, we had some pullbacks here. They were 3-wave movements, and for example, there was a support zone here that was reached. That was on Thursday the 10th. You could use that, or you could have used. And now it's about just tracking the trend higher and understanding when the trend breaks. And the trend, from an Elliott Wave point of view, will likely break below 80K. But the invalidation point is the $78,421 level for the red scenario, because that's a 1-2 setup, and the wave 2 must not break below that level. So no change really, just a reminder of the levels, and I've added here this layer of waves for the potential microstructure that gives you an idea of the current micro resistance zone I'm watching. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.